Hello friends, how are you doing today? Welcome to another episode of Famousity Mobile in Godot and in C# language more specifically, and we are going to continue from yesterday. And yesterday we finished, or maybe we not finished, but we were trying to finish the game score screen, and I was able to finish it actually today before the stream, so sorry about that if it's not on stream. But I will walk you through how it looks like and what I have done in the editor, how it looks from the GUI perspective. Hello everyone. Okay, so let's have a look. So as you can see here, I already have a game here which I won. I was able to win it, and so this is the screen where you see the results for your current game, and you see the placement of all players with how many points they got, and you can switch to the next page where you got your points and a little bit more information about how you gained these points here. So you get points for groups, so basically that's what you've got for the combinations in the game. Then you got a winner bonus because you deserve it when you win. Then you get new cards bonus, so this is basically a bonus. For each card there is 10 points, and you will receive it only for the first time when you combine some card. And the first win of day, it's a bonus which you get first time you win in the day. That's it. Book. So yep, this is finished, and now today I'm going to focus on the menu, so I can play the game as many times as I want. And with the menu, it's not like the first thing is that menu should be shown at the start of the game, and for now we will have only the play with bots action there and exit game. And maybe if we have time today, I might do also a leaderboard. It should go pretty fast because I have these components ready, but I see a little trick there. It's a little issue, or not issue, but maybe something which it might be a little bit more time consuming, and that's to the cleanup of everything in the game after the game. So when you start another game, everything should be cleaned up. So this cleanup we will have to do it today. Okay, that's a priority. And yeah, as I promised, I wanted to show you the game results really quickly. So I have a scene here for game results, and basically I have a loading screen. So while it's loading, you can see this. I will animate it later so it looks more fancy. And then you have two steps. First one is the one with all the players. So there is this tile, and there is a VBox container here, and player position score is another scene which basically shows you the position, player name, and the score. And this is the component I am probably going to use for leaderboard, so we can reuse this as well. From the code point of view, we can have a look at this player position score. So I created a script for that, and I have the public method here, which I set the position, name, and score, and I'm setting all these things here. So this player container is filled with as many players there is during the match, and it's cleared at the beginning. So that's the first one, and the second screen is pretty much similar. Like you have the VBox container as well here, and then you have reused component here, which is called score info. And score info contains information about count, so you can have some count, like how how many times it occurred, like with the new cards bonus, name, the name of the bonus, and score. So this is pretty similar, and I have the similar script for that as well here. So you can send the score, you can send count, and show on 0 means that if the component as a whole should be visible when the score is 0. We want to show it on a 0 only for the groups. So this should be shown when it's 0. Otherwise, all their elements shouldn't be visible when they are 0, because then that don't make sense. You didn't win anything. Okay. So that's this, and yeah, I don't want to save it. Okay, and now I'm going to basically do the pretty much the similar thing, and that's the menu. So let's begin with canvas layer, menu. Okay, we will have a separate branch here. I will also have a script for that, so for better management. And I'm going to create a container here, which will be hidden or not. So basically it's going to be only control. So I'm going to control this visibility of this container as a whole. Container. Boop, boop, boop. Full rect. Okay. Now we need to do a similar thing that we had there, and that's texture rect. Texture rect for the texture rectangle for our background. Now when I think about it, I don't think I have texture rect used for the background in the game results, right? I think I used the panel here. I guess so. Yeah, we can change the type, it doesn't really matter. Texture. But I have to initialize it again. So let's go to UI. Background. Oops. Okay, I will turn my notifications off. Book, book. So one more time, because I made a blunder here. Change type, texture, rectangle, and let's drag this one here. Which one is the... Okay, yeah. Coming up. Okay, so let me just save this one and let's go back to menu. We will do the same thing here. So let's just drag this one in here and let's make it fill up the rectangle. Expand, scale one more time. Okay, so this will be our menu, and here in our menu we will need to have the title of the game, center top, Famousity. Okay, and then we will have, so this is title, and this is background. And then we will have box container. Okay, and this will be okay, that's fine. So now I have to put the another labels, and this will be, oh, not actually not the labels. I want to do a buttons here, so we will have two for now, like the play button. This should be fine. Button text will be play with bots. Let's make it flat, and let's another. Oops. Settings, I guess 60, not too much. 45. Alignment is center, that's fine, and I want to make a custom color here, and that's going to be this gold one. Actions. Now we will duplicate it, and we will call this one exit, and this one will be for exit. Exit in the game. Actually, we can maybe create another one for leaderboard. Prepare it so it doesn't look so so poor. Leaderboard. Okay, when we can use this property to set up separation of the elements, and let's tune it up a little bit. So maybe put this one a little bit down. Yep. Okay. Now we need to have a script for a menu where we will manage all our actions and visibility and stuff like that. So let's go to scripts, and let's add a new script here, which will be called menu. Actually, not here, but in the UI. Menu. And let's add it to this one here. Okay. Okay, on ready, we will initialize the signals for the pressed buttons and all the actions, but I want to start with this, so set visible, or maybe show and hide. We'll have two methods here. And we will show and hide the container which I have created for all the nodes. So this one is control. Let's call it main container. So main container will be visible true in case we want to show it. In case we want to hide it, it's going to be false. And maybe we can do when the game starts or when the node is initialized, we can hide it. Actually, maybe not, because it's going to be, it should be hidden here. Okay, now we need to initialize the actions. So we will have, what do we have? We will have the play with bots. We will have show leaderboard. And we will have exit. So as for exit, to exit your game, you can use get scene, get tree, which will get your scene tree, and it should be quit here. Yeah, you can pass exit code in case of error or something like that. So yes, that's fine. And now we have to do the actions here. So get actually we are going from main container, get node, and let's go to this will be button. So actions and play with bots, and we will connect directly from here. Name of actually that's not a name of, is it only pressed? So we are connecting to the pressed signal of a button, and we are going to use this menu node as a target for this action, and the method name will be play with bots which we have created down there. The second one we show leaderboard. Maybe I just rename this one to action name, and last one will be exit. So exit. Okay, so we need to implement those two things here, and let's go to game manager. And for now we are doing what where do we actually start our game here? Is it here, or is it in the network manager, I guess? Yeah, so this should go away from here. We don't want to call it from here, but we want to call it from game, I guess. I guess we are going to manage it here, so maybe what I could do is to just not have this method here, but to have it directly, but to call it directly from game manager, and we have to use this. have a such method here. So run cat container, and then let's go to through player nodes. For each of those player nodes, we will also call player node and clear, or maybe clean up. It's better one. So let's go here. So what do we have here? We have hand, table, play card container, combine cards container, and that should be it. Let's also follow the cleanup. So hand, table, cleanup, then what? Play card. And combines cards here. Okay. That should be it for player. Anything else here? Okay, it doesn't seem so. Get player indices, player no, this initialize game, player, okay, this player. Maybe we could do actually it in the initialize, that's maybe the better place. As we do it also in the initialize there. So let's just move it here. Or maybe we could have this method here, like make it private, move it up, and let's call it from initialized. Where are we? In abstract player, yeah. Clean up. Maybe we can have it protected so other methods have access to it as well, which we actually are going to need for the local player. So let's call cleanup here, and let's protected virtual so you can override it. Let's go to remote player, that's the same one, and local player. Yep, because hand is different from actually will I don't know, should I keep it? So what I'm doing, I'm just cleaning out the code of the dragging possibility, because I was implementing the dragging for your hand cards, like you could move them left to the right, while I didn't realize that you can have only up to 6 cards on your hands. You can't have more, so the dragging is not really needed, or the moving. So I will just clean up the code here, and maybe we also can clean up the code here, and we don't need this here. Okay, let me just not remove it completely. So clean up code, clean. I want to overwrite clean up, and I want to call the base and hand clean up. Okay, cool. So this is for our local player. Let's go back to round manager. Actually, yeah, we might actually want to do this. The reason is that these player nodes, you can have like four player in your game, and the next time you can have only 2 players. So it would be called only on 2 players the next game, and this initialized wouldn't be called on the first, third and fourth player, which would make it so they are not cleaned up. Yep, so we actually need to call it manually from here as we had before. So that's fine, and what else? Camera manager, maybe we can reset the view, I guess. This is not like too important, but we can do it. Play with bots, connect to game. Yeah, actually we need to do it here. Actually we need to do all of those here, because in the connect to the game is the menu is hidden. So maybe we shouldn't hide the menu here. We should show the loading screen here. And okay, so let's do the loading screen, or maybe some connecting screen or something like that. I'm actually thinking if I need to have like so many canvases here. Yeah, okay, so for HUD that makes sense, but maybe for game results and menu we might have only single one and have them both inside of those. Because we will have some more like leaderboards, and I don't want to create another. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Actually, we can do it directly here. We can call it UI. This will be menu. Actually, if I remember correctly, in the desktop version, I'm calling it menu, and then I have main menu and stuff like that. So game results and all of those leaderboard. I'm not sure what's better, if UI is the proper naming for this. Okay, let's just keep it menu, and we can have a main menu and stuff like that. So this will go back to menu. Hopefully, oops. Okay, still here. Noise, and now we need to. Okay, I won't bother with the game results right now, but I only want to change this menu to main menu, and then we will have another note here. So for example, as I was saying, we need to have the loading. What about background? center and center. Okay, and I want to have it. I want it to be black, white. Loading. Okay. So now let's go back to menu, and this one will be called main menu. Okay. Okay, let's just remove this. So this was an experiment, and let's go to game manager. So menu, not hide, but we will show loading screen and initialize game. Okay, let's just remove this because we are not going to use those methods here anyway. Game finished. Okay, so what's called from game connected? Okay, we can use this this signal here. Game connected. I might move this to some other container because it's not really a good place for this one. Okay, but there will be time for refactoring probably, or possibly, or hopefully. Actually, hopefully it's the best word. Initialize game. So okay, one more time. Initialize game is called when process game data. Okay, so initialize game actually has the information about the local player and all of the players here. And this is calling the start game, so maybe we can just use this to, so this is initializing the everything on the background, and now we will do menu hide, so it will hide the menu. Okay, I will keep this. Oh, actually I don't need this anymore. And let's go to, I wanted to do something regarding this. I already forgot. So now let's remove this one and let's go to, oh yeah, run manager maybe. Clean up, that's fine. Oh yeah, camera manager actually, yeah. The camera manager, that was the last one we are discussing. So let's go back to game manager and initialize game, run manager, start game. So let's just call it from here, camera manager and camera manager, reset view. Anything else? Action manager maybe. Clean up. So, or maybe initialize. Do we need to initialize anything here? This might be tricky because the cards shouldn't really exist anymore. And when I set the selected here, it will trigger the set selected. Okay, no, I won't do it this way. I will just remove them from the list. I don't really need to select them, deselect them. So this will be null. Selected action card targets will be cleared. Played action target cards will be cleared. Action indicators cleared. Target action cards cleared. Okay, it should be fine. Cool. So anything else? Signal manager nothing, game manager nothing, network manager I guess nothing here. Okay, so let's try it and let's see. So I'm going to play the game right now, and I'm going to play another one and see if there is anything wrong there. Or maybe we can just try to implement the back action or the escape for now, which will open up the menu and start the game again. Yep, that's probably the best way to do it. So okay, I'm interested in the handling Android back button. Quit on go back. Out accept quit. Drag the catch back button on Android and use it to navigate back inside the game. Does anyone know which events is fired and how to prevent Godot from closing the game? Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to think that in the other project I was also implementing this action here back, but it was a Unity project, it wasn't Godot. So yeah, I have the same issue there. Okay, so let's just try this. So what was it in the project settings? And yep, project settings. Auto accept quit. Quit on go back. So this will quit the game if I go back. Yeah, okay, so this is first step. But the question is, how do I catch the back button? Yeah, so this is actually good. Like I can do it from the code according to this command here. So this is important when I'm in my menu. Then I want to actually be able to exit when pressing back button. Checking for main loop notification eval quiz request. Doesn't seem to work anymore on Android. Okay, but checking for Go back request. Okay. So is there some method here for notifications? Let's go to game manager. Let's go here. This one. What? So if what? Main loop. Notification crash. Okay, I will need to also handle this one. This the platform is if the crash handler is enabled. Yeah, I actually don't really handle the crash properly right now, so I will need to do that as well. App resumed, app paused. Okay, so this is from, I guess, from the Android when the app is resumed from the. So maybe I will need to implement this as well. But let's start with this go back request. So if menu so we want to do this. Okay, and otherwise we want to go to my main menu. So menu, show main menu. Okay, let me actually connect it to mobile phone and try directly there. You won't be able to see it, but you will have to believe me it's working, or if it's not. Okay, I'm going to compile it and run it on my phone. Okay, it's starting. Now I can see the main menu. Okay, so the buttons are pretty small, so I can make them bigger for sure. And let's try exit. Exit works properly. Let's try to start a new game. Play with bots. Okay, so it's something. Oh yeah, I know what. I need to change it to public IP because I cannot connect to localhost from my mobile. So one more time. So yeah, making them bigger. So this is the first thing we need to do. So they are easier to press on the mobile phone, and And yeah, let's see what else. Play. Cool, okay, so play works. Now I press the back button, it's going back to menu. And now I can press back button again, and it's going to end. Okay, so that's working properly. Now let's try it again, loading. Okay, we have a game. Let's let them play a little bit. I'm going to go to main menu. And let's try to run it again. I think I will need another thing here there because I'm not disconnecting actually from the network manager. I'm just realizing it right now. So yep. Okay, so maybe the best thing here is to okay, I think I have something like this, a game connected. So maybe we can connection mode game. Connected, yeah. It's not exposed to the outer world, but that's fine. So what I could do here is to just, while the game is connected, I could have a continue button there. So you can go back to the game. Maybe it's going to be needed for like the public games if you're not playing with bots. But maybe for bots you can just disconnect. So yeah, we need to differentiate between those two things here. Okay, but for now I'm going to disconnect. Okay, so this is probably never called here, exit 3. Okay, so client destroying, so this is disconnecting when the okay, thread abort. Okay, I will do this if connected. If not connected, let's just return. I want to move it from this. Otherwise we will disconnect, and also we want to, so we will just call the disconnect from here, and this thread will be called from here. Okay. Okay, and now we want to call it, but what's the best place to call this? Maybe play with bots, maybe here. Okay, so yeah, if connected, it returns false and it's not doing anything. So that's why it like didn't do anything on my phone. It was stuck on loading. So The question is how we want to handle it, because basically it really depends on if you have a bot game or no. So this should be probably connected from outside, or disconnected from outside, not from inside. So for now we are going to disconnect it from the game, from the previous game, if there is any connection there, and in the future we will basically disconnect it only when you are playing currently with the bots, not every time. Okay, and okay, let's try it on the phone again. So this should be enough to disconnect the game and connect it again. I'm going to do one more thing here, because I know there is an issue with when you go back to game after it's resumed, and it's not like proceeding anymore. So I need to handle this as at least this one. So we will just show main menu here. Up resumed. I guess this should be okay. Okay, so this should be already on the mobile. Let's try it. Play with bots. Loading. Okay, let's go back to menu. Let's try it again. Okay, yep, it works. You have to believe me. You don't see it, but you have to believe me. Okay, let me try to play some cards here, so we have something on the tables, and let's see if it's cleared as well. Well, I will need to play multiple games to properly test it, but I believe we have done the cleanup properly for all of the managers, so it shouldn't be an issue. So let's go back to menu and let's try it again. Okay, so new game has started with new bots. That's fine. Okay, so for now this is fine for the menu. This is perfect. Cool. Okay, so the next step we can do today, I guess, or maybe I will end it a little bit faster today. It's going to be just a short one today, probably. Okay, I will give it 20 minutes. Like, we have 1.5 hours as our average. So what I want to do in these 20 minutes is to have the leaderboard. I believe it's doable. So let's go to here, and actually let's just copy this one. Maybe duplicate it. Leaderboard, and let's go to here. Oh yeah, actually I wanted to make these buttons bigger, so let's make the title bigger, maybe 120. And let's make those buttons bigger as well, so maybe 60. Yep, looks better. Okay, and that's it for main menu. and I actually have done it in the leaderboard as well, so let me just change this to the white and 70, 75. $80. Yes. Maybe even more. 100. I guess. Okay. My menu is done. Let's go to leaderboard. So background will be there. The title will be leader board. That's quite big actually. So I probably will make it a little bit smaller, but for that I will need to actually create a new font here. So let me clear this font. I'm not sure if it's going to clear in my menu as well. No, it's fine. Okay. Okay, one more time. Dynamic font. Let's put a font here. And we are going to use maybe 80. Actually, this is going to be... Okay, we will have probably 10 people shown here. Up to 10. Anyway, so let's remove these buttons here. And these actions will be called leaders. And we will have an instances of our player position score. Okay, so let's just move it. Okay, let's create 10 of those so we can see how they fit there. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Okay, so let's make the separation a little bit smaller. I guess 0. And let's move it up. Okay, I want to show a button here as well, so that's why I'm putting it a little bit more up, and we will have a back button here on the bottom, which will show our main menu again. So at child node, and that's back. Actually, not back, but button. You know what? I'm going to copy or duplicate this button here, but this is going to be too big, wasn't it? Yeah, that's quite big. Okay, I need a separate one. So one. I just don't want to go through the initialization of the font again. Like this is pretty not straightforward. Okay, font, and let's move this font here. Okay, and let's move this button down. Okay, let's make it flat, and let's make it called back. And the font size will be maybe 45. Let's have it white, that's fine. And let's move it a little bit up. So bottom. Oh no, not right. Bottom. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, one more time, bottom white. Okay, so what if I just put it to bottom center, and now I want to... Okay, so I cannot do this. Maybe just should put it like from the top white and move it down, and don't care. Okay, so this might be a little bit down. Okay, leaders, cool. So so that's it for this node, and let's go to menu, and let's have our leader board. Okay, so leaderboard will be visible false in case of show main menu. Loading screen will be visible true, leaderboard will be visible false. Okay, and now we I want to connect the back button to show the main menu. So let's go to leaderboard, and that's only back, and we will just call the show main menu on the back. Okay, now okay, so we need to initialize it. So when user presses the show leaderboard, we need to call API client manager from game manager, API client manager, load leader board, and show loading screen. Meanwhile, so we need to implement this API call for our leaders, and that's going to be, let's put it here. Actually, I want to put those two, this one here, and it's going to be here. So we'll just copy this. New request completed will be called game score loaded. Actually, this is going to be called leader loaded. Okay, let me just turn off this floor heating so it's not too noisy in the background. Okay. Leaders loaded. Calling get games game token. Oh, actually, I need to check the API for this one. I don't remember the exact name. Players, leaders. Cannot load leader board for some reason. Okay, so now this is going to be called, and now we need to have leaders loaded. Cool. Result body, yes, that's fine. And now we need to leaderboard data, leaderboard player. Okay, actually, so let's go here, let's copy it here. Okay, I want to override this to or make them inherit the Godot object, so I can call them, or I can use them in the signals. So leader data, and signal manager, we need to have another one that's going to be called leader board ready. Let's just call everything leaderboard, not just, it's not confusing. So leaderboard loaded, leaderboard data, and this is going to be called leaderboard data and leaderboard ready. Yep, cool. Maybe we can rename this to leaderboard. Okay, and now let's go back to our menu, and let's connect it to the signal, so we will show the results when it's loaded. Game manager, signal manager, connect name of leader put ready, this name of show okay. The both players. Okay, so we are going to iterate for over these leaders or players, and for each of those players we are going to actually, one more thing here, this is going to be leaderboard leaders. Well, we can just get a note here. So leaderboard let's call this one data so it's not confusing. Leaderboard get note, and leaders, so this is going to be control, leaders, utils remove children. So we will clean up the node first, and after that we will create our player nodes there. So let's go here, and we want to have a packet scene here, which is going to be this player, how is it called, player score position score, player position score node. Let's load it here. So loader load packed scene. Okay, I'm running out of time, but I should just finish it on time, I believe. Player scenes player position score TSCN. Okay, and let's now to do or instantiate these nodes. So player instance s player position score. Yep. But let's put it into the leaders node. Alt child position score, and let's initialize it. Okay, let's first actually, oh, it doesn't matter. So player position score, set values, position. Okay, we need to convert it to for position. I hope they are ordered by the position. I believe they are. Name of the player, so this should be leaderboard player name and the score. Leaderboard player score. Cool. Okay, I might make it a little bit wider. So let's center top and let's move it down again. Okay, so this should be it. This should be it. Okay, let's see. Let's just hide this my menu and leaderboard in the beginning. Save it. Fate to build project. What I have something here which he doesn't like. Okay, book. That's taking quite long. Let me check the logs. Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't have some issue on the backend actually, because some of the calls were taking quite a long time, quite a lot of time. So this might be issue with the backend actually, but we can try it on the localhost for now, and I will have to look at it, what's going on there. So let's just do it localhost. Actually, am I doing it correctly? It takes forever. Okay, we are here. Requesting players, leaders. Where is our postman? I'm confused. Okay, we have how many? 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute left. API players, leaders. Send not when to get sent. Okay, so this is working correctly. And it's not taking too much time. Okay, let's try the backend IP. Yeah, this is fine, so it's not like taking too much time, but I'm not sure about why is it not working from here. Oh, this is game load. Okay, one more time. Yeah, but this is the same thing, like I copied it from there. So it should be fine. Maybe actually it's going to be already here, but I'm not just logging it and something is... Oh yeah, I know what's going on actually. Let's go to menu and let's... Leaderboards ready, remove children, yeah, and the loading screen needs to be set to visible false, right? So it is actually working correctly, but I just didn't show it on the screen. Almost. Show leaderboard. Okay, so maybe just I guess this should be enough. Show loading screen is very visible. Okay. Okay, so one more time. Cool. And let's try it on the backend. Not backend, but our public server. No, no, no. Perfect. Nice. Oh, this is my son. He's 10th. Okay, so this name is quite long, so we can maybe make it a little bit wider. Actually, I might set up the... Yeah, I might play with the expanding and stuff like that. But yeah, this is actually everything I wanted to do today. And I'm happy I finished it all. So let's go back. Yep. I could make it finish it all, so great. Let's move to thank you for watching time. So yeah, again, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I had a good time today. I finished everything I wanted to finish today. And on Monday, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to implement the register and login. I need to do some work on this on backend as well. I think it's almost done there if I'm not mistaken, but I need to play with it a little bit more. And after that we will have pretty good version for maybe some public testing. So maybe I'll post a link there somewhere you can test it out yourself on your mobile phone and report some bugs if you find any. And yeah, so thanks again. Have a nice one. Have a nice weekend, guys. Bye bye.